So guys, ArcRaiders just confirmed that you're going to need a million coins worth of value to earn one skill point for your expedition character. My name is Saucy Surge, and today we're diving into the full breakdown of expedition requirements and everything you need to know to be fully prepared. We're going over expeditions, how they work, and the massive news Embark Studios just dropped surrounding them. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to stick around, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on anything with Arc Raiders. With all that being said, let's jump straight into the video. So, guys, first things first, before we get into anything else, you need to understand what expeditions actually are and what they do. When you head over to your Raider and you click on Project, that tab is essentially your expedition menu. Expedition as a prestige system. The more you progress through it, the more phases you unlock. Each phase requires you to donate materials, gather specific items, and ultimately complete the project so you can send your character off the Rust Belt. Now, once you do this, your character is going to undergo a reset, similar to any prestige system in other video games. Here's everything that will be reset. You will lose all your stash upgrade progress, all your inventory items, your blueprints that you farmed hours for, your coins, your player level, your skill points, your Raider Den progression, your workshop progress, and all of the quests progressed. However, not everything gets wiped, and here's what you can actually keep. All maps you've unlocked, your workstations, your codex entries, your Raider tokens, your credits, your player deck progress, active leaderboards, trials, cosmetics, personal event progress, as well as the bonus skill points and bonus stash slots earned from completing this expedition, which we'll dive deeper into this shortly. As a reward for buffs, Embark says you'll be getting an increased XP gain, more scrappy materials, improved weapon repair efficiency, and additional stash space. Just keep in mind you only have a limited amount of time to complete the expedition before it expires. So, with that being said, when does this all start and how long do we have? Arc Raiders just announced that the expedition window opens on December 17th and runs until December 22nd. You must sign up during this period, and on the 22nd, everyone automatically departs. Your total stash value and coin value will be locked in the moment the window closes, so everything you gather before that cutoff is what counts. So, again, just to recap on everything, December 17th to December 22nd, and the 22nd is your absolute final day before departure. Until then, make sure you're looting nonstop, stacking as much value as possibly can, and preparing for that reset, if you choose so. You guys have about 2 weeks until the expedition fully drops. Keeping all of that in mind, the main reason we're doing this, and the reason I recommend everybody take part in the expedition, is because Embark has finally confirmed we can earn 5 additional extra skill points. These points can absolutely make or break a build. In my opinion, this is huge for anyone that takes Arc Raiders seriously, or if you don't, it doesn't really matter, but I think for personally me, it means a lot. On top of that, you also gain 12 extra stash slots, which is honestly an amazing bonus. And I feel like Arc Raiders does have a small stash compared to like the different tiers of different extraction shooters. So I'm glad that they gave us that. So first things first, how do we earn those 5 extra skill points? Well, you heard it earlier in the video. Embark Studios confirmed it's going to take 1 million coins worth of value to equal 1 extra skill point. So, doing the simple math, we're going to need 5 million total coins to secure all 5 of those points. Now, I know a lot of players are going to struggle with this grind. It's going to take time, it's going to take consistency, but I cannot stress this enough. If you're planning to take this game seriously, those 5 extra skill points are absolutely worth it, and the stash, in my opinion. With all that being said, I know this grind is heavy, so later in the video, I'm going to show you my fastest money-making routes, how to efficiently hit that 5 million mark, and how to get in and out of raids as quickly as possible so you can lock in every skill point before that expedition ends. So, after you stack up your 5 million coins and secure the extra skill points you need, let's talk about some of the buffs you'll be getting from the expedition. We're getting a 10% repair cost reduction. So, 10% less materials to repair each one of your weapons that break down in-game, or anything that breaks down that can be repaired. Shields, backpacks, or weapons, or the attachments. A 5% XP boost, so we're going to get 5% increase on everything has to do with kills, arc kills, Raider knocks, anything to earn XP from missions, etc. And then we're getting a 6% more materials from Scrappy, which honestly, early game is an absolute ton of help when you're rebuilding a new character. On top of that, we're getting 12 extra stash slots, which, in my opinion, is one of the biggest reasons why I'm doing this expedition in the first place, with obviously the 5 skill points. Inventory management in extraction shooters always suck. They always give you tiny stashes, and let's be honest, it becomes a pain in the ass real quick. So having those 12 extra slots is going to make looting and organizing much easier for all of us. With all this information laid out for you guys, I genuinely want to know, who's going to be doing the expedition? Are you starting it right now? Have you already finished it? Are you struggling with it? Drop a comment down below. I'd love to see how many people are committing to the expedition and just how many people just honestly could care less. Let me know if you're planning to complete it or skipping it entirely. Personally, I've already knocked out mine. I'm just waiting to send my character off. And yes, I admit it, I'm a nerd. I got about 3 million coins on hand and probably at least another 3 to 5 million in stash value. The only painful part is the BPs, so think about that. But if you still need blueprints and you're not going for that expedition, make sure to check out my video. Everything you need to know about blueprints and where to farm them. I'll have it linked in the description, or you can click the card at the top right corner of this video. Now let's move on. My money-making routes and the best way to stack cash fast in Arc Raiders. So guys, the first thing we're going to be talking about is the matriarch or the queen. This is one of the easiest ways that I've found to make money. All you got to bring is an anvil or a pharaoh and shoot off the armored plating on the legs, like shown in the video. I've done this many times with coming out of kit with only 15 to 20,000 worth of value and leaving with over $100,000. The matriarch cores and all those purple pieces add up quick and fast. As you see here in the video, I left with this one raid with 137,000. Once again, you're going to aim at these armored plates on its legs because this is the easiest spots for you to shoot off pieces of armor. Now, if you don't have a lobby of friends that seem friendly, you can do this solo and completely safe. Just bring a pharaoh, an anvil with suppressor, plenty of rounds, and shoot off the plated armor here as shown in the video. Matriarch cores go for 13,000 apiece, and so does the queen. So this honestly is an easy and fast method, but I understand that the queen and matriarch isn't up all the time, so we're going to get into the next method. The next method I'm going to be talking about is actually just the map Buried City. I know it isn't really a method in its own sense, but this map is absolutely phenomenal when it comes to finding valuable materials with that valuable logo, such as watches, Lance's mixtapes, snow globes, and things of that sort. You can absolutely make a metric ton of money. So, once again, this ain't really a foolproof strategy. I do understand Buried City is one of the most popular PvP maps, but if you just walk your way around through these buildings, whether it's on couches, on shelves, tables, or furniture, there's always going to be loose loot and valuables. Now, what you want to find is trade in the loot for the highest amount possible. So obviously, if you see a battery, drop that, exchange it for something with a diamond sigil, because that is going to be worth a lot more. Trust me, a couple runs of this with a free loadout or a big backpack with no gun, no weapon, completely naked, you can come out of Bird City with hundreds and thousands of dollars fairly quickly since it's the small map. So, what I recommend doing is starting off at the southern or most northern side of the map. Loot these small apartment buildings, especially these little townhouses. As you see, you do this jump across. There's these cabinets, weapon crates here. You can make your way in these types of rooms. There'll be stuff on the chair, behind the chair right there. Obviously, these little cabinets here. Always check if people left some loot. There's some valuables in there. Cabinet, and so on and so forth. So you're just going to make your way around the map and just find as much valuable loot as possible. Once again, we're looking for the diamond sigil or that diamond little icon to show you that it's a valuable. These are going to be worth a lot more money than other things like plastic parts or remote controllers, things of that sort. So be on the eye for that. Jewelry, things of that nature. Now, obviously, doing this at nighttime, Buried City is far more prosperous when it comes to loot. And honestly, I recommend if you guys are trying to make money, go nighttime because the loot is actually increased. But also be careful because I found, I'd say 8 out of 10 raids, people on nighttime are not friendly. They're there for the same thing that you're there for, increased loot. And honestly, they're not going to let you have it. So with that being said, take this map as a cautionary, but it's also one of the fastest because you can be in and out within a couple of minutes. Let's move on to the next. And the last spot we're going to be talking about is probably the most dangerous in my personal opinion, and that is the new map Stella Montes. But if you can wander around here and loot up medical research and things like that, high possibility of finding a lot of epic items, and you can come out of this raid easily with 40, 50k every run you do with a free loadout. So don't worry about dying. It's all free gear, so in the end, you're not really risking anything. But I do understand if you guys do die a lot, then it's understandable not to waste your time here. But if you are confident in your PvP skills and things of that sort, I cannot recommend this place anymore. Stella Montes, of course, at nighttime seems to be juiced. Almost every other container seems to have an epic item in it. And that's another thing, guys. Keep in mind, guys, if you want more money, all of these routes work at nighttime, just obviously better because of the increased loot. So, guys, run Stellamontis if you want, loot up medical research room and all those things, seed vault, get as much money as you can, and get to that 5 million as quick as possible. Alright, guys, that's everything you need to know about expeditions in Arc Raiders. I'm really curious to see who's sending their character off and who's skipping this one. So, drop your thoughts down below. If you want more guides, tips, tricks, and breakdowns, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a drop. As always, I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Take care, and God bless.